Welcome, fellas. Well, I'm gonna hang around with you. Yeah, today I've been working today, and this was a great event. Really was an amazing event, a great event, and I'm going to do this special tonight. I have to say I'm pretty much looking forward. As yeah, truth is, truth is that this MMA event was awesome, just awesome to watch. It was just an awesome to watch, and yeah, what I wanna say, medical expenses are kind of paid. I like. I even trained today, trying to get into the spirit of things, trying to look better, trying to shape things up. I'm trying to stay positive in this whole new situation. Not an easy way to go for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's never easy. Not an easy job, but I'm grinding. I'm trying. You've seen the retirement of Jorge Masvidal, and honestly, I'm sorry because Jorge is retiring, but at the end of the day, it had to be that way. I mean, Jorge is older. Yeah, Jorge is older, and it had to pay out that way. 1 second, fellas. 1 second, fellas. Here I am. Well, used to be a nice day. Used to be. Everything was pretty much awesome today, aside of my working schedule, aside of my working ethics, working obligations, and great victory of Jorge. I mean, great victory of Gilbert Burns, but I believe Gilbert Burns didn't want to knock Jorge out in his retirement fight. I do believe it was. I do believe the deal was arranged between the two of them. I believe the deal was made between the two of them. So I have a feeling this was just an agreement between the two of them. I have a feeling that the fight was fixed to some point. Of course, Gilbert won, as expected. Gilbert won, and I just want to say that there are many reasons to believe that the fight was fixed. When I analyze detail by detail, when I put on a detailed analysis, I have a feeling that Gilbert Burns didn't want to knock out Jorge Masvidal. So yeah, I do believe he didn't want to knock out Jorge Masvidal. I believe he injured intentionally. He was fighting. He was keeping the fight on the feet, standing. They didn't want to grapple much. You've seen that. You've seen Pustios. You've seen that he didn't want to grapple, and uh, that kind of shocked me. Like the fact that Gilbert Burns didn't want to grapple. That shocked me pretty much, and I haven't expected that. I was expecting that Gilbert Burns was gonna grapple more, but it seems he did just enough to win the fight. Yeah, I have a feeling he did just enough to win the fight. Tomorrow I'm gonna prop you up, just to say, yeah. Tomorrow I'll be propping you up, and I just want to say that I have a feeling Gilbert Burns did enough for the victory. But it seems he didn't want to humiliate his opponent. Like, imagine losing your retirement fight. It's never easy. It's a never easy thing, to lose your retirement fight. And I wouldn't like to be in Jorge Masvidal's shoes. I definitely wouldn't like to be in Jorge Masvidal's shoes. It was not an easy choice that he had to make, and he retired in the city of Miami, in his home city. And defeating a hometown fighter, it's a never easy job. Really, it's a never easy job. But In the main event, like Israel Adesanya avenged the loss, and he avenged the loss with style. I mean, Poatan knocked him out cold in the first fight. Now he knocked out Poatan, and he knocked him out in the second round, which nobody could have expected something like that to happen. Literally nobody. Even when people ask me, "What would you expect something like this to happen?" Heck no, hell no, hell no. Of course I didn't. It was a surprise to me in the first place too. Like people are saying, did you know? I bet on Alex. I lost on that, and I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I lost, so what? It happens. It's just a part of the game. Everything is a part of the game. Wins, losses. It's just the way it goes, fellas. Sometimes you're gonna win massively, sometimes you're gonna lose massively, but that's the way it goes. It's just a part of the game. UFC 287, I really enjoyed, and MMA Guru is a real lad, real chat for paying my medical expenses. So yeah, I know he was talking on his stream for an hour about that, but he should talk about that for his whole life because that's a good act. That's a good act by the MMA Guru. That's something to believe in, really. That is really something to believe in. He has all the right to talk about it because he is the first man who officially made me cry in my stream. I usually never cry. No, I don't cry in the streams. I'm trying to keep that part of my. I'm trying to keep that part of me for myself. You know, I don't wanna see. I don't want to let my fans see me crying. But I started crying because of Guru's donation. So he officially is the first guy who made me cry in the stream. Yes, and Masvidal retires. Am I sad for it? I am to some point. When I think a bit, Street Judah, like he really was a street fighter. He was having the spirit of a street fighter, and it pushed me to the next level. It pushed everybody to the next level. Like imagine a Street Judah. Jorge Masvidal was a Street Judah, and yeah, it should have been better. It should have turned out better in the first place. Like I was believing that Jorge Masvidal was gonna pull out. Maybe was gonna pull out an upset because it was his last fight. But knowing Gilbert Burns, he would have never let it happen. He would have never let it come to fruition. And Gilbert wants that belt by any means necessary, and he accepted the fight against a big name for a reason. I assume he accepted the fight against a big name for a reason in the city of Miami. But yeah, Jorge's retirement fight should have been against a big name, and it used to be against a big name. It really used to be. He was fighting some really dangerous fellas. Also, Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Man, what a knockout! What a demolition magician by Rob Font. I had no distance like on that fight, but I was thinking it's gonna be Yanez KO TKO or Font like decision. I've never seen Font KO round one. I think even the greatest optimists didn't expect that because Adrian Yanez, he's a good guy, but he was number 14 and he was talking about the title. Does it make sense to you? To me, it doesn't. It doesn't make much of a sense. He was looking too far. He was looking too far over his shoulder, and when you look too far, and who was saying Israel would win? Well, congrats on that, fella. Congrats on that. I bet on Pereira and lost on that fight, so congrats on that. You, Blade Brown, there are many people who said that, but you were absolutely right when you said that. Yeah, you were absolutely right when you said that, and congrats. And not only you, many people said Easy Boy was gonna win, but I didn't see that fight playing out that way. Just having a different theory. Do you think Roman would become that toughest fight? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Roman is one of the toughest fellas the world has ever seen, and he is in the shape of his life. He is on Velismo's juice, so Roman is in the best shape of his life, yes. And sorry, because I'm yawning. I was training today. Yeah, I was boxing on the couch, believe it or not. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but I was really boxing on the couch and I was trying extremely hard. Roman said he was clean. Well, he is clean because he's on Velisma's juice, I assume. I assume he's on Velisma's juice and that's why he is clean, you know. Maybe that's motivating him, you never know. People are ready to do crazy things for love. I mean, everybody knows that people are ready to do crazy things for love, so maybe it affects Roman positively. I've seen like a post where Roman announced something on Twitter, but I didn't read. How fast do you think Izzy would finish the places? Round two, round three. I'd say round two, round three. I think it would have been a pretty much quick. I would even dare to say Izzy finished Duplessis is the perfect opponent for him as Duplessis is over aggressive. Yeah, I believe Duplessis is over aggressive. He is a perfect opponent for Izzy Boy. Yeah, I think it would have been a pretty much of a quick finish, yes. Round two, round three. You? Do you have some theory on that fight potentially? Tomorrow I'm gonna release the odds. I told my friend to place bets, so believe it or not, I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm in a deep shit, and I had to tell my friend to place bets. He just speaks about my current condition, but my fans are always with me no matter what happens. He gasses out in one round. Imagine the danger them doing that in South Africa. He's gonna get smoked in South Africa. Robert looked so bitter when Izzy won. Everybody would look bitter. I mean, let's be honest, everybody would look bitter. Especially UFC 243 when he knocked him out cold with a big right. Do you remember when he knocked him out cold with a big right at UFC 243? Like that UFC 243 knockout was one of the most spectacular knockouts I've ever seen, but he destroyed Robert mentally totally. No, Robert was trying to tee him up on the feet, and what happened? Bang! It landed clean. Night, Robert. Yeah, night. Robert is having a wife. He's having kids. You know, it's his moment to earn money, and he was trying to probably earn money for his kids. And guess what happened? Izzy smoked him out with a big right. Yeah, imagine somebody smoking you out with a big right when you're trying to earn money for your kiddos. It's pretty much brutal and nerve-wracking, right? Majority of them are trying to earn money for the kiddos, including Volk, including like yeah, majority also. Gilbert Burns is also having. I think he has two kiddos. I think. As a Canadian, I am disgusted they are coming here with Pena versus Nunes. Yeah, it's a massive insult for Canadian fans. Imagine like Pena and Nunes fighting in Canada. Like, why isn't a Canadian fighter fighting in the main card? No, really, it's taking place in Vancouver. Yeah, Guru is right about that. It's taking place in Vancouver and it's an insult for the Canadian fans. I know that majority of Canadian fans are insulted by that and I'm backing you up 100%. It pretty much is an insult for the Canadian MMA. That is true. That is true. It is an insult for Canadian fans. Imagine like, uh, imagine like the fight card comes in Bulgaria and they don't put Blago Ivanov to fight. It would have been the same. Or the fight comes to Serbia and they don't put Dushko Todorovic on the card. Like imagine that. So is Izzy the middleweight goat? Silva couldn't avenge his loss as he did. Well, he could be the middleweight goat because he avenged the loss. I am a diehard fan of Anderson Silva, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Izzy's got the brain, Izzy's got the mind, and he's got a great mindset. He's really got a great mindset. So when it comes to mindset, I have to say that Izzy definitely is a goat. Anderson Silva now transitioned to boxing, but he is still having great mindset. But imagine how hard it can be to avenge the loss, and especially how hard it can be to avenge the knockout loss. It's one of the toughest things on the planet to avenge a knockout loss. It really is one of the toughest things on the planet. You know, Jones was mad when Izzy won. He is much more of a star than Jones. Yes, he is much more of a star than Jones. And I believe Jones is angry because Jones is like, let's be honest, two division champ. He won the title. He won the title in two divisions, and still, Easy Boy is more popular than him. How about that? It would have been an insult for Johnny Boy, yes, but it is an insult for Johnny Boy. I guarantee you that it is an insult for Johnny Boy. Like, imagine you win a heavyweight title, and the guy who has just reclaimed the belt becomes the greater star than you. He is much more of a star than Jones at the moment. How frustrating can that be? I understand Jones because he grinded his way through a heavyweight division. He won that fight fair and square. He didn't do a bad job and then Easy Boy just smokes him out with popularity. I mean, Jones is not a bad fighter. Jones is not, how you say, a Ken. He is a great fighter. But when it comes to social media, the Sun is taking over. And he is taking over with style. I wouldn't like to get to be taken over like that. It would have been an insult. I really believe it would have been an insult, even for me and everything I was fighting for. Jones versus Adesanya at light heavyweight prediction. It would be hard for Jones to drop to light heavyweight in the first place as he weighs 250, 245, however. But I believe Jones would smoke him out because this is not Adesanya's natural weight class. So I believe Jones would smoke him out because we've seen the situation with Jan Blaovic. Jan Blaovic out chest Israel Adesanya back there. You've seen that he defeated him in a chess match, and you've seen that Jan Blaovic dominated rounds 4 and 5 when he was able to drag the fight to the ground. So I do believe it would have been a victory for Johnny Boy. Light heavyweight and heavyweight are trash. Light heavyweight is definitely trash without Yuri Prohashka. I agree with that. It's definitely trash without Yuri Prohashka. And when Yuri Prohashka gets back, it's not going to be trash anymore. Also, with Alexander Rakic sidelined, yeah, I agree that light heavyweight is a trash. Ian once he's in next, he will struggle to make weight. That's not going to happen. Did you see MMA Guru's reaction? Of course. Of course, I've seen. Yes, I've seen majority of MMA Guru's reaction. I don't see all of them, but I am following the Wheelchair Guru. I am actually a big fan of the channel called Wheelchair Guru. So that guy also posted one of my reactions when people asked me what do you think about MMA Joy weighing 1,000 pounds. I was rolling out of laughing. So, but yeah, I've seen MMA Guru's reaction. But it's on spot. It's spot on, and also I agree with MMA Guru that UFC 289 coming with Nunes versus Pena is a massive insult for Canadian fans. I agree. This is one of the most massive insults for the Canadian fans because the Canadian fighter is not headlining the card. How insulting can that be? I mean, you could have at least put some big Canadian name. Like it's taking place in Vancouver this time, and God knows when it will take place in Vancouver. And now you are putting Nunes versus Pena 3. You are putting a trilogy. You are putting a trilogy in Canada. I mean, it's not Seattle. It's not Seattle. Why? It's not Seattle, man. You know, Seattle and Vancouver are not far, I know, but it seems Dana White has a problem, and UFC bookies have a problem. How can a women's fight be a main event? What an insult. I don't have a problem with women's fight being the main event. I have a problem with Nunes versus Pena being the main event. There is no Canadian fighter on the main. The Canadian fighter is not headlining. Should be Belal versus Colby in Canada. Oh yeah. Belal isn't fighting Colby, bro. But Colby is fighting for the belt. But I know, man. I'm very angry because it's like Nunes versus Pena in Canada. Like, okay, if it's in Florida, I mean, okay, if it's like Jacksonville, Atlanta, I don't know, even Montana, it would be fine. Colby ducks anything but belts. But why Nunes versus Pena? Does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? It's insulting. I know it's pretty much insulting for Canadian fans. One of the greatest insults for Canadian fans. Imagine like English card without English guy in the main event. Imagine that. All right, let's just talk realistically. Imagine English card without English guy in the main event. How does that sound? Belal can cry more. I will drink his sweet tears. I will also drink his sweet tears because I'm not the greatest fan of his fans. I mean, Belal is a nice guy, let's be honest, but his fans are extremely toxic. Same like Makachev's, same like Chimaev's, same like Khabib's. This is the same. They are riding on the same bandwagon. They are jumping on the same bandwagon, and I can't handle them. Explain why Colby should fight for the belt next. Should he? Well, I think his place right now at the UFC welterweight division. I think his place at the welterweight division should give him. I mean, he should get a chance. Yeah, he got Dana White privilege. He is the biggest draw. Said Colby only getting title shot because he's white. Bilal said that Jorge is gone. Jorge is retired. I'm actually a bit sorry because Jorge retired, but he is 38. Let's be honest, the guy is 38 years old. His time is now. He is millionaire. He's got a promotion. I mean, he's got Gambit boxing, like he's paying tons of money to fighters fighting. Why would he fight? Why would he bleed? He's a star right now. Bit sad, but a part of the game, it was over for him in 2020. Well, he got smoked brutally. He got smoked brutally by Usman. He got smoked by Covington, and he didn't do a good job in many. He didn't do a good job in many fights after 2020. Damn, bro, what percent of the pay-per-view buys are they giving you? I think honestly they are going to give Colby title shot because when Dana says something, he rarely changes his mind. So he had three good fights: Nate, Askren, and Darren Till. Askren fight was not even a fight, man. It lasted only 5 seconds. It was the best knockout I've ever seen, the fastest knockout in the history of the competition. Nate fight was amazing, BMF title, and yeah, Darren Till he rocked him. No, he knocked him out with that looping left. Yes, you are right. He knocked him out with that looping left, yes. That looping left landed clean. Askren probably hates himself for going into the knee. Man, he was attacking like this. He was attacking like this. When you shoot in, never attack like this. Attack like this, or you can block it, you see, but he attacked like this. Askren is pretty much easy to anticipate. Askren is pretty much easy to anticipate. His moves, his moves, his mimics. Let's be honest, he is pretty much easy to anticipate. His movements are not tricky at all. Let's be honest. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to stay realistic and to tell you how it goes. And maybe you should fight instead of Ben Cyrus. Uh, Ben Askren made a rookie mistake in that fight against Jorge Masvidal. I understand that you go for a takedown, etc. It's okay. Go for a takedown. But create a situation. Feint your opponent. Trick him. Make him fall into your trap. If you want to drink somebody's sweet tears, you must force him to fall into your trap. And Askren, he could have at least fainted. He didn't have to shoot in right off the bat. John Jones versus Roses Jr. They're not even the same weight division. Are you asking about Trevin Jones or Trevin Jones or what is this? J.O. John Jones. John Jones would smoke him out. They're not even the same weight class. I was thinking of asking about Trevin Jones. That fight would be fun to make. I actually think that wouldn't be a bad fight because Raul Rogers Jr. just got humbled, and Trevin Jones could actually teach him a lesson with his big powerful punches. But I'm a bit surprised because Rogers Jr. is not a bad striker. MMA Joy versus Rogers Jr. I would pay to watch that fight. Imagine a guy weighing 1,000 pounds fighting a guy who weighs 135. I would pay to watch that fight. But I still think it would have been a reprise of Emmanuel Yarbrough versus Daiju Takase. I think it would have been a reprise of that fight. That would be such an epic fight, man. Yeah, it would have been such an epic fight. Imagine a guy weighing 1,000 pounds going on a guy weighing 135. Emmanuel Yarbrough versus Daiju Takase too. Imagine like when Joy guesses and Raul Rosas Jr. finishing him with a rear naked choke. I would go with Raul Rosas Jr. with a rear naked choke by back mount or back control and locking into a rear naked choke. So I've got Raul Rosas Jr. with a rear naked choke in that fight. I've never seen MMA Joy fighting though. I don't know how the guy fights. But he's heavy. Rosales didn't know how to pace himself. If he doesn't get a takedown and choke in the first round, he loses to any opponent. Well, the problem with Raul Rosas Jr. is the fact that he is overconfident. When you're overconfident, it's harmful. You should be confident, absolutely. But the world is not yours, man. You should be confident. Confidence is good. But overconfident, it's horrible. Cowboy, how is it going? Hey, Doriforus, doing amazing, going amazing. How are you doing? I was training today as well as you could have seen, probably boxing on the couch, and I'm trying to stay positive with all of this, and I'm extremely grateful to Guru for paying my medical expenses. I watch, man. Oh, thank you, fella. He bought into his hype. He's not humble. I wouldn't say he is not humble. I would say the guy has too big mouth, like too big mouth. But he got humbled now. You've seen Christian Rodriguez was having a master strategy. I think he was having the best strategy. Thank you, Doriforus. I think he was having the best possible strategy for Raul Rosas Jr. Defend the takedowns, force him to tire out. When he tires out, attack with big strikes. Or control him on the ground. Raul Rosas Jr. is not the guy with the greatest cardio. Maybe he has good cardio, but he doesn't know to use his gas tank well. I picked Rodriguez to win on topology. I bet on the fight not going the distance. Exactly because of what you said, Q epsilon I. Exactly because of what you said, I bet on the fight not going the distance, but it went the distance. I don't know how, but it went the distance. I was thinking Rosa submission or Rodriguez KO TKO. Exactly, yes, I knew he was gonna lose. They should have bet on Rodriguez. They were sleeping on him. No, I didn't have balls to bet on Rosas Jr. because that guy Rodriguez, I was watching his tape, and I'm gonna tell you, that guy Rodriguez is nasty. I knew that he was gonna give Rosas Jr. a hard time. Duplessis versus Adesanya prediction. Adesanya gonna smoke him out, probably round 2 or round 3 KO. Duplessis is an opponent that pretty much fits Adesanya's style. He is actually a very good opponent for Adesanya because he is not tricky, he is not fainting too much. Duplessis wants to brawl, and Adesanya is a specialist for brawlers. Like you've seen what he did to Robert Whittaker, you've seen what he did to everybody who tried to brawl him. What do you think about Pfeiffer's performance? I'm hopping on his train now. I'm hopping on his train too. Excellent performance. I didn't expect though Pfeiffer to finish that easily, but I'd said Mershire submission or Pfeiffer KO TKO. It was a Pfeiffer KO TKO. Duplessis is getting surgery. He's gonna get better like Justin Gaethje did same surgery. Yes, I know, man. Such a sad story for his nose. Great minds think alike. Pfeiffer is the man. Yes, he is. His cardio will be better. We'll see, man. When he finishes the surgery, we'll see. But it actually makes sense. But let's see. Let's wait and see. GM3 was just getting warmed up. He wanted nothing to do with GM3 ground game. He didn't even try to drag the fight to the ground. I don't even know why he didn't even try that. He's gonna take down Jizzy. When you send a message, people, hey Robin Hood, how you doing? He's gonna take down Jizzy. Well, when he finishes that surgery, we can discuss. About that. It's gonna be Jan versus Izzy. Duplessis coach said he only had 8% oxygen intake. I've seen that. I hope that surgery is gonna increase his gas tank because cardio. No, his cardio is pretty much tricky. Do you think Curtis got robbed or Gastelum actually won that fight? I actually thought Curtis won that fight. And when I've seen the stats, I was like, what the heck? I thought Curtis won. I was confident Curtis won that fight. I had 29-28 for Curtis. It was a close fight, but I thought Curtis won. I could have sworn Curtis won. And when I've seen the stats, I was like, what the heck? I had Curtis too, but the headbutt is what lost it for him. Yeah, that headbutt. I know. Headbutt made a problem, but Curtis landed more shots. I've seen the stats. I've seen the stats. I was like, what the heck? Was Mershard robbed versus Pfeiffer? No way, man. He was finished. But about Curtis, I actually thought Curtis won the fight. I was like, when Gaston won, I was like, what? But with these judges, everything is possible, fellas. That's why if the fight goes the distance, I'm always worried. Because judges can rob, like Lupita versus Cynthia Calvillo. Could have went either way for me. I was thinking Curtis won. Okay, I can accept the loss. It's not like that I'm gonna cry over the loss, but I was surprised. I like both fighters, but wanted Curtis to win more. Exactly. I wanted Curtis to win more too. But when I seen like Curtis lost, I was like, what the heck? Burns versus Belal. I think Belal wins. I think the fight goes the distance. That is going to be my prediction. But if I must pick a side, I would probably side with Belal. Yeah, I would probably side with Belal if I must pick a side. I would probably side with Belal. Kevin needed that one, or his career was over. Yes, I know. It could have easily been the end of Kevin's career, of Kelvin's career, and now his career is not going to be endangered anymore. I think his career is on a good track right now. Yeah, honestly, I believe his career is in good hands right now because he bounced back with a win. It was Kelvin's last chance, and now it's not going to be Kelvin's last chance anymore. I think he used that opportunity pretty much nicely. I'm really wondering what's going to be next for him. Yeah, I'm really wondering what's going to be next for him. That's my new $1 million question. Really, what's going to be next for Kelvin Gastelum? Who's going to be? What rank is he? Uh, I'm unsure. I think he's ranked, but I don't have a UFC rankings opened right now. I think both fighters were ranked. He fell down a lot. Yes, I know. I think somewhere around the spot 10, but I'm unsure. You can check it out. Chris Burnett versus Moreno prediction. Uh, I like to joke around and say that Moreno wins. It would have been a great joke, right? So yeah, let's go Moreno. Piss him up, man. Piss him up. Send him into the shadow realm. Since the easy fight, he did bad. Belal versus Usman. I think Belal stands the chance. Hello, Amar. I think Belal stands the chance. Belal wins that one. Yeah, I think Belal stands the chance. Like Usman is, he was having tons of knee injuries and his career is going down, going down, going down. London Bridge is falling down, baby. The favorite song of Kamaru Usman is going to be The London Bridge is Falling Down. Because your career is gonna drop since London. Usman is stronger at better striking. He had someone pay your medical bills, but yeah, the MMA guru paid it. He sent me massive donation, yes. I think Belal would be champ before 2024. People would be surprised. Belal has good chances to become the champ, so I think that's on point. Can't see Usman losing to Borin Belal. I think Usman's favorite song is going to be The London Bridge is Falling Down. That's awesome. Shavkat will stop him. Oh, Shavkat will. When we're already talking about Shavkat, I think Shavkat could become the champ too. Now I know you're gonna laugh, but I think Shavkat has the material to become the champ. Prince could barely hold Wonderboy down. Belal 30-25 him and almost TKO'd him in round 1. Yeah, almost. I think Belal wins that one. Despite I'm a big fan of Gilbert Burns, I don't think Gilbert Burns gonna out-edge him. Simply don't see it happening. Before I die, I want to see Shavkat Hamzat. Me too. You are not the only one. But it will never happen. We have a Belal fan in the chat, Vlad. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, but Belal fan or not, he's telling facts. So I'm okay with facts. Vlad, we have a casual in the chat. Crazy. Hard to be a fan of that guy. We have Belal. We have a casual in the chat. This one was epic. Only the casuals and Belal fans. He is a great fighter, though. I do believe Belal has good chances to become champ. But I think Shavkat can stop him. If Shavkat versus Belal happens, I think Shavkat is one of the guys who can stop him. Of course, Belal versus Covington is not happening anytime soon because Dana doesn't want that. But I think Covington versus Belal is a fight I would pay to see. I think Belal versus Shavkat goes the same way as Belal versus Brady. I think Shavkat is the only guy who can stop Belal at the moment. And also Colby versus Belal, I would bet on fight going the distance. Because Colby is hard to finish, Belal is good with wrestling, Colby is good with wrestling. I would bet on fight goes the distance. Colby is more entertaining in the cage and the funny personality stay mad. Yeah, Colby is extremely funny. Imagine a Colby Belal presser. Oh, I'm telling you, I would pay to watch that. Really, that would be a great fight, but Dana White is not gonna let it happen. By the way, have you seen how Dana White shut down the trash talk attempt between Kevin Holland and Jorge Masvidal? Middleweight Jan versus Adesanya. Adesanya wins because Jan would cut too many pounds. Jan is not a middleweight fighter, so he would cut too many pounds. And of course, too little water in his brain could lead to greater potential of the KO. He wants that fight. If he cuts to middleweight, he's gonna get smoked. I'm telling you, Jan is not a middleweight. More entertaining in the cage, but last finish was in 2016. That is true. That was bullshit, but then I probably knew Jorge was retiring. I think Jorge versus Burns was fixed. I think Burns didn't want to go for the finish. What do you think? After the fight, I was thinking that fight could have been fixed. Maybe Burns could have finished him if he wanted to. He could have submitted him if he wanted to, but he rather chose to stand and bang. Me too. I think I said this in this chat. Yes, you said that. Yes, you said that. Not in this. In previous chat, you said that. You said that. I think you said that after the fight. I think. Yeah, I think you said that after the fight, and I was thinking like, maybe that guy is right. Bro, I thought the same thing when he had him rocked. He could have easily got him out of there. But he didn't want it to, you know? Like, imagine finishing a hometown fella. Hey, Otis, how you doing? Oh, I'm a wheelchair cowboy now. Yeah, see? I'm a wheelchair cowboy now. But Guru paid for my medical bills, so I'm extremely grateful to him for that. But yeah, I'm a wheelchair cowboy or cowboy on crutches, whatever works for you. But man, it's gonna be nasty recovery. It's the way of the game. You have no mercy in there. Absolutely, you have no mercy in there. But Burns showed mercy. You know, it worries me because Gilbert showed mercy. Like you say, you have no mercy, which is on point. Gilbert showed mercy. Yeah, it's the way of the game. From a young lad in his bedroom to a guru in a shed, truly inspiring. Absolutely. From a young lad in his bedroom to a guru in a shed. Like a really, really inspiring guy. No, it would have been hilarious if Masvidal got KO'd cold in his hometown. I'm telling you, I have a feeling the fight was fixed. Like Derek versus Gunn. Oh, Derek versus Gunn was so brutal to watch, man. You think Bowser is going to connect with Kutalaba's glass chin, Vlad? I don't see it going the distance. I think the fight will not go the distance, either Bowser KO or Kutalaba submission. It's never hilarious when somebody gets knocked out. No. Do you remember when Derek Lewis got smoked in his hometown, man? It's so painful. It's actually very painful. I mean, okay, to get knocked out outside of your hometown, it happens, but imagine getting knocked out in your hometown. It's like, it's sad, right? It is sad. Yes, it is, especially when Usman got head kicked in the last minute. Loved it. Ah, well, that is the most epic knockout I've ever seen. But it was Denver altitude. Denver altitude. I don't know how Leon pulled it out because Denver is at 3,000 feet, right, or something, or 4,000 feet. Chris Burnett versus MMA Joy. I would pay to see that fight coming. A super fight between the MMA Joy and Chris Burnett. But let's go with Chris Burnett via head kick KO while Joy is eating hot dogs. Oh, let's go. MMA Juro versus Joy. MMA Juro via head kick. MMA Juro has the Taekwondo background, but Joy has BGG and boxing. I can't wait for Rakic to come back. Me too, fella. I really want Rakic to come back because without Rakic in Prohashka, light heavyweight is turning to trash. Amir Albazi versus K. Kara France. I would go with K. Kara France, but Amir Albazi is a heck of a prospect. If he's able to keep the fight standing, I think he stands the chance. I think he stands the chance if he's able to drag the fight to the ground. But if Kara France keeps the fight standing, I believe Kara France could win. Albazi for sure winning that. Well, if Albazi drags the fight to the ground, he's winning. He's better on the ground than Kara France. Only if K keeps the fight standing, then he has a chance for knockout. But Albazi is too hard to keep standing, He's got great movement, great footwork, great shooting. Amir is a big guy for that weight, very big guy. Askarov isn't even good in finishing ability, is zero. Albazi gets the back of France, is over. I've never liked Askarov, never been a fan of his. Albazi is a different juice. He's a different type of a fighter. And I can't call him weight bully because he knows to fight. He is not just a random guy. Albazi used to be a bantamweight. He looked very small. Yeah, but now he is extremely big, man. Have you seen how big he is? Have you seen how big he is at that weight class? And he used to be a bantamweight, he looked small. Now he looks extremely big. He's like a Hulk of the division. Ali Abdelaziz versus Vlad. Well, when Vlad recovers, we can discuss about that. Well, if Ali tries to knock me out, I would run around the circles. That would be a fun fight to watch. He looked chubby at his debut at bantamweight. Yeah, but now he's looking skinny. Have you seen him? He's looking skinny and muscular at the flyweight. He's looking skinny and muscular. You would smoke him. Probably yes, when I recover. Now anybody can smoke me. But I have a feeling it's gonna get better. No, it's gonna get better as the time goes by. It is gonna get better. I just believe in better days, But probably I would smoke him out if I'm healthy. Where Noah? Where Noah? Oh, thank you, the MMA host. My mod is here. Thank you so much, the MMA host. Congrats on 76.8k and congrats on getting back to your main channel. I'm so glad your strike was removed. 240k for the MMA host. What a score. 240, fella. Thanks a lot. Yeah, 13k. But yeah, now I'm cowboy on crutches. I'm a wheelchair cowboy now. But okay, 3 more weeks and I'm gonna be fine. Just 3 more weeks and I'm taking this damn thing off my leg. 3 more weeks and I'm taking this damn thing off my leg. What happened to your leg? My Achilles tendon exploded, Get well, man. Rest up. Thank you so much, the MMA host. My Achilles tendon exploded while I was reffing. I was reffing the soccer match. I was running, you know. I'm a soccer linesman, you know. And I was running. It was a counter attack, and I was running. And when I was running, and something, the whole stadium heard, and I was unable to continue. So I have Achilles tendon injury. This is the diagnosis, I believe. Pro League. I'm a referee. I'm a soccer referee for Pro League. Yes, I'm soccer referee for Pro League. This is one of my sources of incomes. That is the diagnosis. Luckily, I don't need the surgery. Thanks God. I have been to a doctor. I've been to a doctor, and they said I don't need surgery. I was like, thank you so much, God, because of that. Because I don't want the goddamn surgery, man. Like going under knife, it's so stressful. Do you travel around Serbia, Refin? I travel around one county. Yes, yes. No, 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 not just Belgrade. I travel around county. Uh, uh, I'm a county ref. Have you wrestled before? Bulgaria has a good team. Nah, I've never wrestled. I've not trained BGG, but I'm learning to wrestle now. I'm training MMA here at my dojo at Ahile Borilačka Academia, and I'm learning to wrestle now. I haven't wrestled prior to that. Oh, cool, man, awesome. Uh, yeah, I'm just learning to wrestle now. But I didn't hurt myself in the MMA training session. I hurt myself when I was working, when I was in a soccer match. I hurt myself. I was reffing though. It was not for fun. I like soccer, but I like soccer for as a source of income. That's how I like soccer. I like soccer. Soccer reffing I like, but like I don't like to play soccer. I like to be a goalkeeper, but I don't like to play. Like I hate playing soccer really. But being a goalkeeper is nice, and of course, reffing soccer is absolutely nice. It's a great pleasure. It's fun actually. Soccer is cool. It is. It is. I'm not downgrading soccer. Soccer is nice, but it's nice when you ref it. And it's nice when you're a goalkeeper, but to play soccer, no. I've never enjoyed playing soccer. I only enjoy to be a goalkeeper and I enjoy to ref, but to play, no. I hate playing it actually, but I love refing it. It's too stressful. Like playing soccer is too stressful for me. It's actually a very hard sport. Yeah, it's pretty much of a hard sport. It ain't MMA. No, it isn't. It ain't MMA. You are right. Ain't MMA. I mean, soccer is hard because you must run a lot. You really need a good stamina for soccer. Hey, Violet, how are you doing, fella? How are you doing, man? Been a long time since you hopped in the chat. I'm live for 10 more minutes, so always a pleasure to chat to you. Tomorrow I'm gonna prop you up, give you odds and everything that goes along with it. How's everything doing, my fellow? Did you get back? Yeah, it's Easter now. Yeah, I forgot it's Easter. You're probably resting now. I'm good, man. Thanks. How's the leg? It doesn't hurt. It's in the cast. It doesn't hurt. See, but not the best. See, it's in the cast. Hey, French fries. Did you see Hasbulla abusing his pet cat? Yes, I've seen that, and I'm not supporting that because I'm a big fan of cats. Cats are the cutest animals in the world. Hello, French fries. I'm a big fan of cats, man. I could never abuse cat. I want to play with them. What fight you looking forward to most next weekend? Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen is fight number 2. Fight number 1, Carantillo versus Barboza. I saw the cat thing, no big deal. I can't torture cats. I love them. They're too cute. French fries, I'm Joy's personal chef. Carantillo versus Barboza for me is the candidate of the night. I got fight starts round 3, but I'll be honest, as a die-hard fan of Barboza, I don't see him winning. I think Carantillo's pressure is going to be too much for him, so if I must pick a side, would lean Carantillo. Pa da, jesam, trudim se. Pa, šta da radim, brate, s ovom nogom? Nemam neka pametnija posla. Agri. Trudim se. Pa dobro, i ti izbacuješ intervjue. Ti dobro radiš isto. What about Jacobi Murzakanov? Murzakanov to win. Mike Perry versus Luke Perry smokes him out. It's a bare knuckle. Perry smokes him out very badly. Very, very, very badly. Perry via massive knockout. Gonna go with Murzakanov to win. Actually, Azamat Murzakanov is very much underrated guy. Do I want Jacobi to win? Yes, but I'm telling you, Murzakanov is extremely underrated. Extremely underrated guy. I do have a feeling Murzakanov gonna win that one. And Jacobi was having ups and downs, and I can't trust him. This time it's going to be the greatest problem. Jacobi is a big, durable guy. He is durable, but you've seen Azamat Murzakanov smoking out Tefon and Chukwi in the third. Murzakanov is really, really good. Well, I was thinking he was going to lose to Tefon and Chukwi, then he smoked him out in the third with that massive big knee. You've seen how that massive big knee landed. I really bet on Murzakanov back then, and I was sweating. I was like, oh no, I made a mistake. I was thinking like, okay, Tefon won 2 rounds. I lost. And I was already saying, I lost. No! He knocks him out cold. I was like, what? I was like, what? What? Was Jacobi robbed versus Khalil? I think yes. Not sure though, but I think yes. Just thinking, yes. MMA Guru was furious about that one. I think he was robbed. Not sure, but I think he was. About that scoring, that was a so weird fight. I didn't think Khalil won though, but I was surprised pretty much. I was surprised. I think he was, but I'm saying 85% that I think he was. I'm telling you, you can't trust the goddamn judges. These judges are bullshit. These judges are bullshit, man. Have you seen Marlon Vera versus... Have you seen Marlon Vera's scorecard? How in earth did he win 48-47? How? Can somebody tell me how? How in earth? He could have won round 5 and that's it. Jacobi got a robbery win versus Grishin though. Oh, karma. You are right, karma. Karma fucked him up. You are right. Heck, that one is on point, fella. That one was way worse too. It's karma. It's just karma. Grishin won every round, arguably. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Grishin won every single round. I'm sure about that one that Grishin won. I remember that fight very well. But they said Jacoby won. How not? So many weird calls. Have you seen how many weird decisions have been? Grishin is so underrated. Yes, he is. But have you seen the number of weird decisions? He's getting old now. Like Marlon Vera, 48-47. Hey, hello, 48-47 Marlon Vera. Was the judge high? That judge was on crack. 9 out of 10 decisions are weird decisions. Oh, yeah. Imagine judge like watching the fight. Crack. Crack. Wheat. That's good shit. That's how judges judge those fights. Gervonta versus Garcia. Gervonta to win. Think Gervonta Davis gonna win. Though Garcia is good, but I just think Gervonta has very good angling, and I just think his angling is gonna be too much. Plus, he's very effective inside the pocket. How do you think Bowser will do at light heavyweight? Man, he's cutting 30 pounds. I think it's gonna affect his cardio. He's gonna be a harder hitter, yes, but I'm worried about his cardio. It's hard to cut 30 pounds plus less water in your brain. I don't know, man. I'm a bit worried. He's cutting a lot of pounds. Not gonna be an easy cut. He has a lot of lab to lose, though. That is true. He has, but it's a shock for your body. You've seen what happened with Nikita Krylov when he was trying to cut to 205. Like, the fight got cancelled with Ryan Span. He needs to come out jacked, though. I would like to see jacked Tanner Bowser. Yeah, I would like to see the jacked version of Tanner Bowser. Hamzat versus Roser Jr. Hamzat smokes him out. He was flabby at 225, very flabby. He can easily lose 20 pounds of flab. Yes, he can, man, but it's stressful for your body. I mean, okay, let's see. I'm very curious. I want to see his debut. I really want to see his debut. I'm very curious. You think Kutalaba beats him? I think Kutalaba submits him, though. Not going the distance is my call. Kutalaba submission or Tanner Bowser KO TKO. Hoival versus Nicolau. Hoival to win. Or the fight starts round 3. One more minute and I'll have to go, fellas. Tomorrow I'm visiting the hospital, so need to get up very early. I need to go to the control in the goddamn hospital. Yeah, tomorrow they are going to check whether my cast is fine, and another stressful day. I think Hoival has good chances to win, though. If I'm not much active, but tomorrow evening I'm gonna be active, just to know, so no worries. It's just a stressful month for me. Hoival title shot if he wins. Let's go. He beat KKR. Yes, he did. Yes, why not? He should get a title shot if he wins. Why not? Thank you for your endless support, fellas. Just to say I love you all. Need to go now, need to get up really, really early. And tomorrow it's like just a stressful day. KKR has so many losses. Yes, he got. All right, fellas, need to go now. Catch you and discuss tomorrow, propping you up.